Greetings, Summoners, and welcome to the first episode of Champion Feature. In this episode, we'll be covering Warwick, the Blood Hunter. Warwick is a versatile melee champion, defined most by his strong sustain in the lane. He can clear jungles quickly, and has an easy time staying in the lane. The most noticeable aspect of Warwick is his strong disable, giving him a strong gank, and making him a strong aspect of a team fight. Warwick's passive is Eternal Thirst, causing each of his attacks to heal him for an increasing amount the more he attacks the same target, stacking up to 3 times. His Q ability is Hungering Strike, dealing magic damage scaling well off of ability power, or percentage damage based on the enemy's health as magic damage. Warwick heals himself for 80% of the damage dealt. His W ability is Hunter's Call, greatly increasing his attack speed and the attacks of nearby allies. His E ability is Blood Scent. This toggle ability will grant you vision of enemy champions that are below 50% health. While an enemy is being revealed this way, Warwick will gain bonus movement speed. Warwick's ultimate is Infinite Duress. Warwick jumps to an enemy champion, suppressing them and dealing both magic damage and physical damage, granting bonus lifesteal and delivering on-hit effects. Warwick is best used in the jungle or a solo lane, where his sustain shines brightest. Offensively, he is free to trade and go in for last hits, as his sustain will prevent him from being forced to head back to base. Defensively generous cooldowns will help him survive, and he can easily escape if there is an enemy with 50% or less health nearby. Pushing is Warwick's weakness in lane, which can cause his laning opponent free reign to leave the lane and gank. Luckily, after Warwick reaches level 6 and gets his ultimate, his disable can really punish opponents who use aggressive playstyles. Warwick doesn't need to score kills to do well later in the game. His ability to survive in teamfights and using his disable at the right time are what make Warwick valuable to his team. Jungling is one of Warwick's strongest areas. His sustain allows him to quickly clear the jungle and not have to spend too much gold on health potions or lifesteal. After quickly clearing his own jungle, he can invade the enemy jungle and steal some of their camps, not having to worry too much about being caught by the enemy jungler. Before he has his ult, however, his ganks are not that strong, and his damage output is fairly low, and he has no forms of crowd control without his ult. After reaching level 6, however, his gank is one of the strongest in the game, as he can quickly rush in and shut down an enemy champion completely, while they are torn apart. Transitioning into late game, Warwick falls into a tank role during team fights. He has strong initiation capability and doesn't die very quickly. Thanks to his damage coming from both attack damage and ability power, his sustain stays strong even if the enemy tries to build resistances. The vision granted by his Blood Scent also provides good utility to his team in finishing off kills and having positioning and awareness advantages. Warwick's dual nature of his damage gives him open-ended building styles. You will always want to focus on making him bulky with health, magic resist, and armor, but keep in mind that the more damage he does, the more he can sustain himself. For a tanky Warwick build, you'll want to start with Madrid's Razor, Merc Treads, Spirit Visage, and Wit's End. Depending on the enemy team, I will next build Sunfire Cape or Randuin's Omen for the heavy attack damage teams. For those heavy ability power teams, grab a Banshee's Veil or Force of Nature, although the Merc Treads and Spirit Visage, along with the Wit's End, should give you a large amount of magic resist early on. Then, whenever the gold suits me, or I feel tanky enough, I will finish off the Madrid's Razor and turning it into Madrid's Blood Razor. This will give me a large amount of attack power, while also being very bulky. When building Magewick, I tend to go for early Sork Boots, picking up a few Doran's Rings along the way if need be, quickly trying to get that needlessly large rod, and building it into Rabadon's Death Cap. Morello's Evil Tome is good if you need some cooldowns and mana regen, or Will of the Ancients if you want to get more lifesteal and make his Q a lot stronger. From there I go into Abyssal Scepter. By now I'll sell the Doran's Ring and probably pick up a Void Staff and Zonia's Hourglass. For on-hit Wick, you'll want to grab Madrid's Blood Razor, Berserker Greaves, Malady, Black Cleaver, Frozen Mallet, and Guardian Angel. This build will turn Warwick into a glass cannon, with a little bit of bulk on him from the Frozen Mallet and Guardian Angel. The object of this build is to guarantee you'll win any duel with someone, with so many on-hit effects proccing at once while using your Infinite Duress, and once it's finished, the Frozen Mallet will keep them in place, thus finishing them off and easily winning a 1v1 fight. And that's it for the first episode of the Champion Feature. If you would like to see more of these, or want to see your favorite champion featured, let us know in the comments section below. And as always, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.